See, communicating and expressing yourself allows freedom for you to get about your feelings, get out your head, and to help you move on. If you don't like something that somebody did, and this is exactly what I told my daughter, if you don't like something that somebody did in front of you, you can tell them. It is okay to open up your mouth and say, listen, I don't like how you just talked to me. And don't ever talk to me like that again. Because you don't want me to talk to you like that, so don't do me like that. Got it? Do you understand me? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Tell the Truth Tisha. I am your host, Letitia Pittman. Y'all, we are back with another episode. Thank you so much for rocking with me and tuning in. I have to always shout you guys out because you are the true MVPs. Thank you for always liking, commenting, sharing, following. I truly appreciate you guys. But let's get into it. Go ahead, do me a favor, follow, like, and share this video. And guess what, y'all? I am on YouTube, so you can catch the full video on YouTube. Just type in Letitia Pittman Official and you'll be able to see this full video. All right, guys, today we are talking about the importance of communicating. It is so important to communicate. Before I get off into this, I told you guys on the video before this last video, so that would be episode 3, that my hair was going to be different.
My husband told me to rock my natural hair on the video, so I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and it ain't gonna be like this long. So next time you see me updated on the video, it'll be different. I'm different.
And child, I'm back to the braids, so I have to shout out the very beautiful and talented Jayla P. Braids by Jayla P. She's very special. She holds a special place in my heart because why? Drum roll, please. That is my child. And she is talented. So shout out to Jayla Pittman for getting her mama together and keeping me looking good, y'all. So, you know, if you are in need of a style, some braids, hit my girl up, okay? Because she got you together. All right, so let's get into it. And she also inspired this video today. The importance of communicating, right? Okay, so what is communication? Communication is the imparting or exchange of information or news. So that means dialogue, right? I find out some information and I'm relaying that information to you. You find out some information and you are relaying that information to me. We are having a back and forth dialogue with one another about what's happening, what happened in the world, what's going on with my life, what somebody else did. Trust and believe we know how to key and talk and tell folks everybody else's business. So the reason why we're talking about communication today is because, again, I just mentioned my wonderful oldest child, my eldest child, number 1, firstborn, dear to my heart. And she's in her first year of college and we talk as often as we can. She says that I don't call her enough, but I'm trying to give her the opportunity to grow with her experiences that she's going to have in school to make her own decisions. You know, I've coddled them for so long and I want to be able to allow her to experience her freedom. So I have to do a better job at calling her because she really needs it. And at this tender stage of her first year of college, she needs that communication. She needs to know that she's loved, cared about, you know, we miss her. That reassurance that what she's doing, why she went to school is important and it has a purpose. So this also feeds into our communication portion of the conversation today. So anyway, her and I were having a conversation, and as she's developing and growing into her new role, her newfound role of being an adult in college, figuring out her way and finding her way, she's also networking and meeting new people and developing new friendships. And you know what happens when you fuse different personalities together. Everybody might not mesh well together. Everybody's personalities, likes, dislikes, they may clash. And so you all are trying to work to figure it out. And something that happens is that a lot of people's personalities and their mentality starts to pop out, and somebody might not like that. Words might get exchanged, it might become heated, arguments may arise. And when you aren't used to that type of atmosphere and environment, it can become frustrating for you and to you because you're used to being able to communicate. So this happened and she's experienced this. And so some things that I told her, because she's around quite a few people who might not necessarily get along. And she's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I didn't have to deal with this before. And they don't want to talk to each other. And I was like, they don't want to talk. And she was like, no, they don't want to talk. And I just want them to be okay. And it got me to thinking about the importance of communicating. I have a bad tendency of shutting down, right? If I get into a heated exchange in my relationship, my marriage, and I don't feel like talking and expressing myself, I will shut down completely. Nope, I don't want to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with that. I don't have to deal with it. So boom, leave me alone. That's not always a great thing to do, right? It's not a good thing to shut down in that moment because there are missed opportunities that happen that can fix the situation. And instead of expressing myself and saying how I feel in that moment, I allow those feelings to be pushed down and sit there, and I fester on them, expecting my partner to understand why I feel this way, and I expect him to be able to fix it. Child, what? How? What? When? Where? And why? Make it make sense, boo, because who is going to be able to figure out how you feel if you never speak about it and you never talk about it? Nobody's going to be able to fix a situation with you or fix their part when you constantly shut down. And I had to learn that the hard way. Okay, so let's get into this. The reason why it's important to communicate with somebody who hurt you, who you got into an argument with, who made you upset, who just doesn't understand you as a person, is because this will help somebody to understand and learn you and to learn your likes and dislikes. They will never be able to figure it out if you don't communicate. If you don't feel comfortable communicating with them, then you have to look inwardly at yourself and figure out why you have a hard time talking or communicating with somebody. Are you fearful of the outcome? Are you fearful of rejection? Are you fearing that somebody might not take your concerns or your issues seriously, like they might just discredit how you're feeling? If that's the case, then you need to reevaluate the people that you are around and separate yourself from that, because all of that's going to do is create more toxic energy within your life, and you don't need that. See, communicating and expressing yourself allows freedom for you to get about your feelings, get out your head, and to help you move on. If you don't like something that somebody did, and this is exactly what I told my daughter, if you don't like something that somebody did in front of you, you can tell them. It is okay to open up your mouth and say, listen, I don't like how you just talked to me. And don't ever talk to me like that again. Because you don't want me to talk to you like that, so don't do me like that. Got it? Do you understand me? And that creates an opening for them to be able to hear you, ingest what it is that you just said, and then reciprocate the behavior and say, I understand, I got it, I apologize, I didn't know that affected you so greatly, so I will make sure that I try not to ever do that to you again, because now I know how you feel. Think about how many people out here have lost their lives over disagreements, over misunderstandings, over nonverbal communication, because people decided to stop communicating and weren't communicating effectively and properly. There are so many missed opportunities within marriages, friendships, work relationships, Any type of relationship that you can think of, partnerships as far as business, mentorship, where you don't communicate as effective as you need to, and it hinders your growth. I think I need to say that again for somebody in the back, Sean, because it almost knocked me out. Lack of communication can hinder your personal growth. Man, that is good. That is good. Think about how many times you don't articulate yourself and you don't communicate the things that you desire and the things that you need and the things that you want. And you literally just sitting there, sitting on it, quiet, not even talking about it, not even expressing it. You could literally be sitting in a room with millionaires and you have a brilliant idea to do something and you too scared to talk. I'm about to open up my mouth. Wait, you said what now? You asked the question? Oh, okay. Let me jump and dive into this. Let me talk about what it is that I have going on. See, you can't keep yourself bottled up. You got to come up out your shell, come up out yourself, stop hiding, and open up your mouth. Talk to the people you need to talk to, so that way people know that you exist, that you have feelings, that you care. People need to know who you are, what you stand for, but they will never know this if you decide to shut down and be quiet. People will never be able to fix their issues with you if you never communicate and talk to them and let them know what's on your mind. Things will remain the way that they're going to remain and are right now because you are doing your part. You have to do your part and open up your mouth and speak and say what it is that you're feeling. If I don't like something that you did, please believe at this tender age of 40, I'm telling you flat out, I don't like that. Don't ever do that to me again. Have that much confidence within yourself. And if it affects the other person and they feel some type of way, then tell them, well, let's talk about it. If my delivery to you affected you because of how I expressed myself about something you did to me, let's talk about it. And you should be mature enough to be able to have conversations with people without it escalating. And I know y'all looking at me like, girl, what, bye? Because what? Trust and believe I know something or two about an argument, heated exchange, but that doesn't mean that I like it. I don't like it. We have to find better ways of talking to one another, right? And expressing ourselves without these exchanges being so dramatic and heated and to the point where, you end up almost coming to blows. We have to do better with controlling the way that we hear the things that we hear. See, nobody can make you mad at all. It's what and how you perceive to hear it that is what dictates your mood and how you receive it. See, if you are coming to me negatively and you're speaking to me negatively, I'm listening to your words and I'm watching your actions. And so based upon how you're moving, I'm going to react. Now think about if I didn't react. Think about if I just stood there and I smiled and I ingested everything that you said to me, allowed you to get that off your chest real quick, and then waited and paused for a minute, took a deep breath, gathered my thoughts, and then responded. Think about how much better the world would be if we all did that. See, that's something that you have to practice doing. It's not just going to happen overnight because remember I told y'all in episode 2 on Pop Off Queen, okay? And then I said pop off, I said jump off. So I'm going to jump off, pop off. It's all tied into the same thing. And I had to learn how to reel that back because, again, I'm a mother of 5 and my energy is picked up and received by my kids. And so I don't want them to go out into the world and react the same way. I want them to use their brains instead of having to react and go crazy, because it can happen. So anyways, yes. So how are some ways that we can effectively communicate? Know the person you're talking to. Even if you have to write down some of your thoughts and your feelings, grab a piece of paper and write it down. Write down some of the things that you want to discuss and talk to that person about. Write your feelings down. Talk to yourself. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation with yourself. If somebody says that it's crazy and you're crazy, they crazy. Get on up out of here. Sometimes you have to talk, encourage yourself. What do you think it is when somebody looks in the mirror in the morning and say, you got this? Is that crazy? Absolutely not, because you're encouraging yourself. Sometimes you have to be your own encouragement. So talk to yourself. Give yourself some motivation and encouragement. Or write that down and then read it out loud. When you read it out loud, it starts to penetrate and it starts to move things and things start to happen. And you gain that confidence to be able to do something. Thirdly, don't be afraid to have that conversation, those uneasy conversations with people about how you're feeling. And then if somebody has something to say to you, be adult enough to receive it just the way you gave it out. Because the goal is to be able to fix the situations, not further keep them in, a detriment. That's not what I wanted to say. Further keep them in a detriment. Okay, so be able to receive what it is that person is saying to you, so that way you guys can fix the situation. The goal is to come out having a better understanding, better clarification, better communication. You do not want things to escalate. So try to fix them at the head where they are before they develop into something that, you can never look or come back from. Woo! Yes, y'all, I got through that. So the word of the day is, child, I swear, I don't remember. I know it's about communication. Okay. So the word of the day is effectively communicating. Do you effectively communicate? How do you communicate? And it's the importance of communication. I knew I would get it. All right, everybody. So this has been another word from Tell the Truth Tisha. How to effectively communicate. Are you an effective communicator? Do you lack communicating? Can you use some practice in developing your communication skills? Think about that for a minute and go back to your family and your friends and, talk to them. Have those uncomfortable conversations, but practice. Practice makes perfect. And don't forget, yesterday is over with, so it's not coming back. So please do not harp on the things that you did not get the opportunity to do yesterday, because why? You woke up and you are seeing this video. So that means God said that He's not done with you yet. So you have the opportunity on this day to do the thing that you didn't get the chance to do yesterday or last week. You can do it today. Are you going to do it? Please do, because the only person that's preventing you from doing what you need to do is you. All right, so go on and get about your own way and go do what you need to do for you. And don't forget, you are the most important person in your life. Nobody is more important than you are. So do something for yourself. Make sure you are good to yourself. And don't forget to smile at somebody, because you never know if your smile is the thing that person may need to help them get through the day. Y'all, it has been wonderful chatting with you today. Do not forget to follow, like, and share Tell the Truth Tisha, and then go over to YouTube and follow me at Letitia Pittman Official. Not hard to find. And subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next episode. Do not forget to be great. And I love you madly. In the words of Mary Y. Polk, rest in peace, Grandma. I love you forever. I love y'all madly. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.